Okay, so let's play a game with this deck. So I mean, as I've mentioned, this is going to be in Japanese, but hopefully it shouldn't detract from the experience. I mean, I've already been over what the cards mean, how they work, so hopefully it should be just as enjoyable in Japanese, even though you can't read any of the writing more than likely. Okay, so as I said, the game plan of this deck is basically twofold. I mean, we kind of want to get minions out on the board. This is a great opening hand because I've got Ada, Elana. So I basically want to play Elana and then keep playing kind of heal minions on the board to kind of keep snowballing an advantage to kind of get a very strong board that's hard for them to deal with, while also kind of keeping my health high. So I'm kind of hoping I'm against the aggro version because this deck's quite strong against aggro. I mean, I don't really want to keep this. So I mean, as we saw, this card is very strong for evolving and kind of taking over the board. Do I want to keep this? No, I want to kind of fish for Beast Caller Aria. Okay, so I didn't get it, but it doesn't matter. I mean, this is a very strong card to play on turn 5 anyway with Elana. I'm almost certainly going to just drop Elana on turn 3. It's unfortunate that I'm going first and so I can't play this on curve, but it's not really massively important. Okay, so I mean, I've got no turn 2 play, so this is very weak start for me. I mean, just imagine if I dropped a Beast Caller Aria here, things would be completely different, but hopefully he's got a very poor turn as well. We'll have to see. Yes, okay, so I've had a very poor start, but he's had a very poor start, so I can quite safely just drop Elana now. Hopefully I should be in a very good spot to just take the game. But we'll have to see. Okay, so that's not a particularly strong card from him. Okay, so now I've got the opportunity to double Elana. I mean, I don't really want to. I want to kind of start getting a bit of board presence. But I've always got the option to kind of double Elana. And as kind of like insurance in case this gets destroyed by like maybe an Odin or some kind of amulet hate. But we'll have to see. So he really wants to remove this minion though. And he's going to be able to because he got his power 4 drop. I should be able to play. I mean, I've got a choice now. I probably want to kill this with my Priest of the Cudgel. Yeah, I almost certainly just want to kill this off. So I mean, that's what I'm going to do. I mean, this is also. I really wanted to play this on turn 5, but he's kind of messed my curve up a little bit now with that play. But that's how powerful these power 4 cards are, really. They're kind of game breaking in Shadowverse, really. I mean, it's given him such a huge advantage because I've had to kind of play off curve now. I mean, I've managed to kind of even it up a bit with my power 4, but because I'm going first and I've only got 2 evolve points, I've had to waste one of my evolve points basically, just to kind of keep up with him. But we'll see. Okay, so he's got it again. That's extremely unfortunate for me. It's probably not a great deal I'll be able to do against this, but we'll see. Okay, so that's not too bad actually. I think that was probably a little bit of a waste from him. I mean, for some reason he's trying to burst me down. So I mean, I've got a couple of plays here. I mean, I could play this and this. I could just drop this. That's most likely going to be my play. This also draws me a card as well, so this gets me a bit deeper into my deck. That's quite nice. So I've got quite a nice strong board now. I can drop this on turn 8. It's quite risky because I mean, if he's got an Odin or some way of crushing it, it isn't very good for me. Okay, so this is going to allow him to get a horrendous amount of card advantage on me. So I mean, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this, I'm going to drop this, and then I'm going to kind of waste this on my health, just so I can get a really strong minion on the board. So yeah, that's hopefully going to be quite hard for him to deal with now, that 1 million on the board. And if he can't deal with it, that allows me to freely play Seraph. Okay, so I can't freely play Seraph, but I mean, we'll have to see how he's going to cope with this. I mean, he's probably just going to evolve his Lord of the Flies. Yep. Trade in, yep. Attack with this. Yep. Okay. So I mean, now I can easily just kill this, or I can kind of take a little bit of a risk. I mean, this isn't that threatening. So I mean, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this, because I've got ways of accelerating it. If I draw another way of accelerating it, I could just win next turn. If he's got Odin, it's obviously good for him, but it's also not too devastating for me. Okay, that's not Odin, so that's good. So I could cheese a win here if I draw some way of... Oh, I didn't draw it. Okay, so I'm going to use this first, just in case I draw it again. Okay, didn't draw it. So I mean, something I can do is I can try and get this down somehow. So I've got quite a nice little play here. So this banishes anything with under 3 health. So what I can do is I can play this. I can evolve it. Kill off this. Trade it into Mordecai. Banish Mordecai. And then play this. That's a nice tidy way. And then I should just win next turn with this card. I can't remember what countdown it's on. So I mean, next turn is this one that wins the game, and then I can just play this. So I win the game next turn, as long as he hasn't got anything that kills this amulet. So this really shows the power of this deck, and this is why I like running the Seraph hybrid version, because you can just cheese so many wins that you just otherwise wouldn't have got. This is the reason why people are playing a lot of Odins. You just cheese so many different wins. I mean, I essentially cheesed this win. I mean, he didn't have a very powerful start, but neither did I really. I didn't really have that powerful a start that I'd like to have had. But because I was allowed to drop Elana on turn, not Elana, sorry, Seraph on turn 8 without really being punished for it, I was able to just kind of cheese the game out. I mean, he had no way of dealing with this. Most classes, unless you run Tekken Odin, you have no way of interacting with this card, so it just allows you to cheese a win if you can get away with it, which you will in a lot of games. I mean, obviously, you probably win most of your games just with very strong Elana kind of plays, so you'll play Elana, you kind of fill up the board and kind of keep buffing your board and just snowboarding huge advantages that they just can't deal with. That's probably the most likely way you win, but you can just cheese wins like this one I've just got here, by teching in the Seraph, and it's only really 2 cards you need to, I mean, you only really need to tech in the Seraph, the 2 Seraphs. That's it really. So I mean, I think this is an extremely powerful deck. I highly recommend you play it. I'm going to put the link to the deck recipe in the description, so I mean, please check it out. Hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.